Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's Modern Sense Minute. I'm your host, Andrea Thompson. Today I'm talking about a situation that many of us will find ourselves in, or maybe we already have, but almost nobody prepares for it, being the power of attorney for property for a loved one or a friend. I'm actually bringing this up today because this past weekend, I was sitting down with my dad and my stepmother. I'm named as POA, and we were talking about their setup. And like so many of the older generation, his industry standard system was a handwritten sheet of paper. And let me tell you, my dad does write like a doctor. So half the letters I can barely determine what they are, and trying to decipher whether a symbol is an uppercase I or a lowercase L or the number one was kind of a nightmare. And that's when it hit me. I mean, I do talk about this with my clients often, but we really need to make sure that we transition the management off of record keeping on sheets to something a little bit more formalized. When we think about being a power of attorney, we think about legal documents, bank accounts, medical decisions. But if I suddenly need to manage my parents' affairs, how am I going to log in to see their utility bills, into their email, into their retirement portals if I can't even read their password? And so I'm guilty of this as much as anyone else, I do want to say. And let's be honest, like having a handwritten book is better than nothing, but it does have massive flaws. If there's a fire, if it gets lost, or if you live three provinces away and you need to find something right now, that's going to be pretty useless. There's no backup system for any of that. So, how do we drag this process into the digital age securely? The answer is a dedicated encrypted digital password manager. So, you think of it like a digital vault, but for a power of attorney situation, you need to look specifically at tools that offer emergency access or trusted contacts. So, here's some options for you that you can consider for a digital handover. First, let's look at the dedicated password apps. These are cross platform, meaning that they'll work whether your loved one uses an Android and you use an iPad. Two of the major ones are called Bitwarden and LastPass. Both of these platforms use a classic time delay emergency access system. So you, the named POA, are added as an emergency contact ahead of time. And if a crisis happens, you log into your own account and click request access to their vault. The system triggers a countdown timer, let's say 7 days. If your loved one doesn't log in and deny the request within that week, the vault automatically unlocks for you. So it's an incredible security safety net. The second is NordPass. So NordPass takes a slightly different approach. Alongside emergency requests, they feature something called a trusted contact. This manually establishes a secure encrypted handshake between your device and theirs, making it seamless to securely share individual passwords like bank or medical login without risking it over text or email. Also, there's one called One Password. So if you want a more active collaborative approach, this is a great option for you. They have a families plan, so you can set up a shared vault. You can pull all of your loved one's vital accounts into that shared space so you actually both have real-time access. There's no waiting periods, then no emergency requests, just an open shared channel for both of you. And you can actually do this in NordPass as well. So I know what some of you are thinking, my parents are never going to learn a new app. Trust me, we've had this conversation before as well. If a third-party manager is too steep of a learning curve, look at the ecosystem tech that they already use in their everyday. So Apple has their Passwords app. If they're a loving Apple or Mac user, they have a built-in Passwords app that features a digital legacy option. So they can add you as a legacy contact right in their phone settings. And if they become incapacitated or pass away, Apple will provide you their stored data and passwords once you upload the proper legal paperwork. Google also has a password manager. It's called an inactive account manager. So whoever is using that Google account can tell Google, if my account is completely inactive for 3 months, notify my XYZ, POA, and give them access to download my data and login keys. So if you're a power of attorney or if you've named one, please take a page out of my playbook from the weekend and don't wait for something to happen. Have the awkward conversation, frame it around making your life easier later and not taking away the independence from the individual who you have been nominated as POA for today. Sit down together, download one of those tools, and move the top 5 most important accounts over first. So you want to focus on email, primary banking relationships, utilities, taxes, and any sort of medical portal that they have. And then whichever tool you use, ensure that the emergency contact or legacy feature is explicitly turned on and tested. That handwritten notebook did serve its purpose, but it is time for an upgrade that protects their legacy and also helps you out as the power of attorney. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.